Americans, we don't get to have our own nationality. And that's why I think also people say like, oh, white people don't have culture.
Yeah.
We for sure have culture.
Hot dogs.
There you go. Hot dogs, you know?
Dude, we got that $1.50 Costco. That's American culture.
That's so true, because other people from other countries, when they come to America, they're so excited to experience that part of America.
They want to go to the grocery store.
Is Target not white culture?
We're rolling.
Yay. Rolling down the river.
What's up, you guys? It's your favorite girls.
Hi, silly gooses. It's Emily. How are we? Who are you?
Jamie. You don't know who I am?
No, I've
never. You don't know who I am by now, bitch?
It's Jamie, right?
Oh, she's asking for a backhanded slap.
A backhanded slap.
Honestly, if I could get slapped or feel something right now, that'd be pretty nice.
Dude, I do feel kind of numb.
You do?
To life right now.
Why?
My dad's calling me. That's why. No, I don't know.
Why do you look like you're hiding that you're Santa Claus? Your Santa Claus is like white right now. What is this?
Mrs. Claus, but slutty.
You just look like a grandma.
I do look like a grandma. I kind of like it though. I look like a librarian.
You're a grandma at a Christmas party.
Slutty whore grandma. We've been those before.
Have we? Oh, we have.
Yeah, we have. No, I feel like all of my friends are going through it. You got in a car accident. 4 other of my friends have gotten in a car accident. Yeah. It's just been like a rough week.
What's up with all the car accidents?
I don't know, but
when can we catch a break?
Dude, I'm the only common denominator in all of this. I am if you're friends with me, you're getting in a car accident.
I don't like that.
Well, I don't like it either, but it is what it is.
And guys, we're breaking up again. I can't afford another accident. This is going to cost me like $2,000. And the guy never answered my text message.
Oh, give me his number. I'll call him. Should we call him live on the pod?
No, that's scary.
Oh, okay.
I'm not good at live confrontation. I'm going to freeze up.
I might freeze up too, actually. There's no guarantee. This isn't our Halloween episode, but we're filming it basically on Halloween.
Yeah, would the Halloween episode be the Johnny Mitchell one that just dropped? Oh, wow, what an episode for Halloween.
Well, it was spooky at times. It definitely was
spooky editing it.
I have been watching documentaries a lot.
Okay, well,
I feel like I shouldn't tell that to you as a Jew, but it's true.
What have you learned so far watching these Hitler documentaries?
Well, I've been watching them, and I'm just like looking at the guys who are playing Hitler, and I'm like, how did the audition process for that go? Like, how did you get the role of Hitler? Did you have to grow out your mustache? Like, I want to talk to somebody who played Hitler.
Like, how do you channel and
Well, yeah, like, do you have to say racist stuff? It's like white people who say the N-word on movies and TV. I'm like, how do you not feel guilty? Do you?
I feel like they're so committed to the bit that they're like, well, this is what they would be doing, so I'm portraying it accurately.
Is it like method acting where he thinks he's after he gets off set and he just sees a Jew and knocks him out?
Like, yeah, like do you start hating Jews after you play that character? Like, I feel like the guy who what's his name Joe Quinn, what am I saying? Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Wow. Joe Quinn. Joaquin Phoenix. I feel like after playing the Joker, life would be a little hard after that.
Yeah. It's like you've reached the height. It's like people who go straight into like fisting anally. It's
Whoa,
like
who does that?
There are people out there.
Are you speaking from experience?
I'm not one of them. It didn't fit, but I feel like once you go so high, there's no slowing down. You just got to go balls to the wall and be at all times.
Would you take on an acting role? Like, say it's like a A24 feature film and it's the opportunity of a lifetime, but you have to say the N-word
multiple times
and you're I think they're already racist.
Yeah. Oh man, would I? How much are they paying me?
$10 million.
Is it enough that I can pay reparations to my black family members every time I say the N-word? It's like the NFL fines.
Every time they watch your movie, they just Venmo request you.
There's a show right now called Fish Tank, and basically it's just like a reality show started by a comedian named Sam Hyde. But he gets regular people. And there's this one dude who's a ripped black guy, and he's an actor. And I don't know why, but he just keeps saying, all I want to do is play a role as a rapist serial killer. And he keeps telling people how, because of political correctness, they'll never hire a dark-skinned black man to play a rapist serial killer, and it's really bumming him out.
It's like opposite affirmative action.
It's the exact opposite. He goes, "Why can't I play it? I could do a really good job. No one will hire me to
He doesn't want the backlash of it.
Yeah, and I feel like
Wait, is he black?
He's a dark-skinned black dude.
And he wants to play a rapist.
He desperately wants to play a
We gotta
rapist
keep an eye
serial
on that
killer.
guy.
Yeah, for sure. But like, that's the same thing as the Hitler thing, right? Like, he wants to, and someone's keeping him from it. Just like if you are playing Hitler, you do have to be racist. Otherwise,
Right?
you're not doing the job correctly.
You wouldn't know how to feel it.
Well,
And if you do know how to feel it, then there's the internalized racism.
Well, it's like, it's almost racist if you don't do it, right?
You don't play Hitler?
No, if you don't play Hitler accurately
It's
because
racist.
you're afraid. Yeah, it is racist. You're making a better guy because you're being a
Like, would
Holy shit.
Django Unchained be the same if Leonardo DiCaprio didn't say the N-word in it?
No.
Right? That was him?
Yeah. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson said, don't be a pussy, say it.
That's when you get knocked out immediately after he says that.
There's so many actors and actresses who have to like do stuff like that. I look back, especially, I can't imagine being an older generation actor when times were way different and the shit that they used to allow in movies and on TV.
Well, did you see Jon Stewart? There's like a clip resurfacing of him where he loud and proud said the N-word. Like,
What?
hard.
Jon
I know you
Stewart,
love him. I
my
know you love him.
Future baby daddy, what do you mean?
He says the N-word.
No!
And it was like recent enough that it was 4K footage. And I was like, oh,
Wait, it was
man.
recent?
It was recent enough within the past 10 years, I'd say.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was.
He was on the Tonight, was it the,
Daily Show.
The Daily Show. I used to watch that in college.
He still
He's
is.
hot.
He's back at it now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they took a break and I hated it. And then Trevor Noah grew on me.
Oh, I love him.
But I was just so upset and my heart was broken that I used to watch, like, Jon Stewart was a sexual awakening I had. I'd be in college, and he also just completely got me into politics. It was the first time I found politics interesting.
Yeah, because he was able to relate it to people.
And he made it funny, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And I just viewed him as the smartest man on earth.
There's like a segment of a sports podcast where they do the idea where they tell my girlfriend about sports, but what he does is he makes it tea. And so he'll explain like the way an offensive like quarterback or whatever like hit like 3 points, but he's like, well, he didn't do it this year. This is his Britney era. And I'm like, oh, I understand sports now when you're breaking it down into pop culture references. I get it.
I like that.
But he robbed you.
Who robbed me?
You had that idea.
Was that new?
Yeah, I've only
This
been
is what
seeing
happens, guys. If you have an idea, you need to act on it immediately because we're a collective consciousness. And if you don't, that idea is going to so many other people. And it really just happens to be who's going to do it first.
Somebody started Snark Tank at Roscoe's. It's like a Shark Tank presentation style comedy show. And I was just talking about that last week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have to do it.
You have
Otherwise
to
somebody
act
else will.
immediately. And that's so annoying. The amount of, I remember, we've talked about it before, I've thought of certain podcast names that are now, the 2 podcast names I came up with, and I acted on one, but I didn't act on the other. And then I quit the second one. They're both famous podcast names now. They got created after I started those like mini little pods, and I just didn't follow through with it. I was like, I knew there was an idea here.
Dude, I know. There's something there. I have like a show name idea, and I'm like, fuck, I have to steal it. Even though I don't have the time to act on it, but I have to take the name now.
Oh, I thought you meant steal it from somebody. I was like, no.
No.
Make sure no one gets it. I know. Now we're in like big boy land, and it's like, okay, trademark that. It's no longer just an idea. Like, you need to like legally put it into being yours.
It's so hard though, because I have $2. It's really hard to do things when you have $2.
Yep. Yep. You know what? More butthole pics on the internet, Emily.
Oh, I've had enough of that.
Yep.
I put one out there and I was like, I immediately regretted
The
that.
moment you post one, it's there forever.
Yeah, it was literally just the zoom in that my ex sent me, and I was like, that's so funny. Like, that's good. That's good stuff.
Wait, that was on. Oh, you sent that one out? That was so funny.
That was so funny.
Emily's ex, Emily, when I first met her, she goes, all right, I got to show you something. And I go, what? And she goes, don't be weird, but it's my butthole. And I was like, oh God, what am I going to see right now? And she had sent her butthole pic, hands on her ass spread, to her ex, but it's like kind of far away. And then he just started texting her, and each time he texted her, he zoomed in more and more until it was just her asshole.
That's funny.
It's great.
I love that.
How do you take a photo like that?
I'll show you.
Self-timer.
A timer.
You gotta go like this.
And then there's a timer. And then there's a timer on your phone.
Got it.
We actually have an app. It's called Lens Buddy.
We're not sponsored, but we could be.
It's a great app if you like to take pictures, but you set a timer and it'll take 100 photos in like 5 minutes. And it's like every 3 seconds a photo's taken.
They do video now too.
And really?
They do.
Wow. And
Hit us up.
yeah, so it's easy to get in poses and not have to hold your phone.
Now, when you're doing a pose like that, do you feel sexy with your butt spread?
No.
No.
No, it's just like, what is what
I
do you
know,
want?
I'm literally like, gotta pay the bill somehow.
Like I have to buy cat food today.
You know, I probably did feel sexy until I had Chader to pluck my asshole hairs live on the podcast, and it was way worse down there than I thought.
Che did that?
Chader and I pulled my pants down, spread them. He used a flashlight.
I'm shocked he didn't use his
Oh, he was
teeth.
in there.
And then
he was in there.
He had it on the tweezers. He could see everything. He looked like a doctor. Like he was trying to play what's that heart game that you try to pull the things out and it Operation, yeah. He was playing Operation with my butthole, and then Emily goes, "Oh, you have to make a wish," and he goes, "Okay," and he eats my asshole hairs, and then he made an evil laugh just like that, and he was like,
And then we got shadow banned from Instagram.
Oh my god.
Heavily.
He's crazy.
I love him. He's the best.
I love it. It only took one line for me. I was like, you should pluck her asshole. And he was like, all right.
He was like, "I'll do it right now."
It didn't take any convincing.
it didn't. I don't know why I did it, but it was nice to.
I feel like if I'm going to show anybody my butthole, it would be Che. I would
feel
trust
safe
him with my butthole.
I felt safe, and I felt like he wouldn't judge me, and I'm like, he's definitely seen way worse assholes.
He's seen some crazy shit. I mean, I see the DMs that he gets.
They're insane.
Feral.
He's read them to us, and we're like, I've been next to him after a show, and then the DMs, the thirst in these girls, like, just so many unopened messages. He's like, I don't even have time to look at these.
It's crazy. Because I always have the time to look.
Yeah.
I will always look at the crazy
You guys get
DMs.
wild ones?
I don't.
No?
Well,
No
they got
crazy
wilder after I went on Kill Tony.
Oh yeah, we did get after Emily went on Kill Tony. I opened our podcast email and it was just some dude's dick, and it was like through a.
The subject was just Kill Tony.
It just said Kill Tony, and I opened it and it was a guy's dick.
And it was like through a hole in like a cereal box or something. Like
I'm trying to pull
Reese's
it up.
Puffs. It was weird.
So is it weird with you and Red Band now, or what?
Oh,
Is that it was him?
It was a black man. It was Black Band.
Nice.
That's an ice cream thing.
It's the drumstick.
It's the
The
drumstick,
chocolate fudge cover drumstick. And it's just the tip of his dick.
and he's so hairy. Interesting.
God.
What was it from? It's from.
Yes.
I'm putting your name out there. 84@gmail.com. Everyone go send him a picture of your dick if you're listening.
Somebody messaged me after the set came out, and they were like, I bet your pussy grips so tight. And I screenshotted it, put it on my story, and he goes, whoa, why would you do that? And I was like, you're just lucky I didn't send it to your f***ing mother, you disrespectful piece of shit. He was like, you know what? I don't like my mom, but you're right. Thank you for not sending my dick pic to my mom. And he apologized.
One time a guy sent me something on Snapchat, and it was like an ugly nude. Like if you're gonna send me random nudes that I didn't ask for, at least make them hot.
Yeah.
I want to look at art. And I looked and I noticed he had a girlfriend. He was like married, so I DM'd her. Oh, it was dick pics that he sent me.
Did she respond?
Nope.
What if she sent you a dick pic also?
She was like, that was me on my husband's account.
Yeah.
I was trying to get you as a third.
You hit him with the hey girly.
Hey girly, here's your husband's dick in my DMs. Please get him out.
She's like, I've seen those before. You take him. It's
Yeah.
not that good.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been getting so many people friend requesting me on Facebook after it, and I'm like, how'd
you find me? They're all looking you up.
Yeah.
It was just like everyone just kept commenting on your ass, and you always say you have such a small butt, and I go, you never believe me when I say you don't have a small butt. And the whole world came out and said Emily's ass is Tight.
She's tight.
They called you, what is it, a pog?
A pog, fat ass white girl.
Yeah.
It's like, it's plump. It's small but mighty. That's
Yeah.
what I say about her. But apparently not. Where did that go?
Has there ever been a dick pic unsolicited sent to you that you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it works?
No, it's because they're hot and they have a sick, beautiful dick. And I'm like, you know what? You made me think about it for a second. But also, you're a weirdo for just being in my DMs. Just for the pure fact that you did that without me asking, you're a weirdo. So I would never do anything.
Okay, but that was my question. So like something that, you know, they send a dick pic, but you could still see yourself hooking up with them.
No.
No.
No,
If you're
no way.
sending a dick pic, I'm not going to hook up with you unless we've already hooked up.
Got it.
No, unless I ask for it. I'll be like, let me see your fucking cock. Whip it out. Send a pic. Stroke it and say my name.
Oh, God.
You know?
You know what I miss?
And they better do that. And if they're like, no, I don't want to talk, I'm like, you're boring. Get out of
You're a
here.
pussy. I want somebody who, to send nudes to. I miss that. I miss being able to send hot pics.
We literally have OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Emily.
but it's not the same. It's
It
not the
isn't.
same.
It really isn't. I find when I'm talking to a guy or I'm hooking up with a man that I actually make better OnlyFans content. Like I'm inspired, I'm horny, and I'm like, I can't send him unsolicited nudes because I'm trying to get married.
Yeah.
And I don't want that right off the bat, you know, if we haven't hooked up. So I'll just get like so horny that I'll make content for OnlyFans.
Yeah. And then I'm just like hot.
Yeah,
in
but
it.
the issue is we haven't been talking to a lot of men.
No, we haven't.
So I'm going to start. I'm starting to have, I don't know. There's a couple people I'm talking to and like going on dates here and there. And it's like not really anything. So I'm like, I'm bored.
I have no hoes.
I think that's funny.
I think it's fun to like hurt men's egos.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. They do it to us all the time.
All the time. I have trouble putting men in their place sometimes though.
If I like them, it's harder. But if I don't like them, it's so easy.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Jimmy, join in the crew. Our untrustworthy male blonde. Here he is.
Yeah, untrustworthy. I don't know. What were you saying about male egos?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking with dudes is really easy because they get so butthurt so quickly.
All right, can you give us some
But
lines?
sometimes I feel like it hurts us making them butt hurt.
Well, I like shitting on people that typically like the world would never shit on them for this reason. So like you find something like a guy that went to Harvard, right? And then I saw the best thing. I think it was on TikTok or Twitter or something. They were like, "Oh, next time you hear someone that goes, "Oh, I went to Harvard," be like Elle Woods, like the Legally Blonde school. I didn't know there was a real place. That's so cool. And he's
Oh,
like,
my
no,
God.
it's like, it's not like Elle Woods.
I love
It's
that.
like Harvard, bro, in Cambridge. Can you give us some lines to give to men who are like maybe a little bit narcissistic, egotistical, that need to be taken down a notch?
Okay, let's do a role play then. You
Okay.
give me you're the dude and I'm you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm Harvard.
What up? What up, bitch? I'm from Boston. You want to lick my motherfucker?
This is how I should approach men.
That's how you should approach real hard at the gate. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm Harvard educated. I'm really cool. Like, I work in hedge funds and like I make a lot of money. I go to Equinox.
Is that because you think you're fat?
I'm not fat. I'm
No,
just
I didn't say
big
you
bone.
are fat. I said you think you're fat.
No, I don't think I'm fat. I'm according to the BMI, I'm right within national standards.
That's brutal. Whenever they bring up national standards, like especially with penis size, be like, actually, well, when you add in India into the equation, I'm actually average.
I was talking to a guy the other day, and he was like talking about how small his dick is. I love dudes who make small dick jokes. I feel like they have the biggest dicks.
Or they have a small dick and then they own it, and I'm like, you're funny. I'll suck your little pee-pee.
Just the tip, right?
Yeah.
I heard that in India, apparently, the average dick size is so small that condom companies have to make India-specific condoms. Isn't that nuts?
Do you think the size of the dick correlates to the size of the family?
Imagine just having to like make 8 babies with someone with like a micro penis.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
think
so
about
sorry.
it. Think about all. There was a woman I just featured for Brady Matthews at TK's in Dallas, and there was a woman in the audience. I was doing crowd work, and I was talking about faking orgasms, and she was like, 20 years. And I was like, wait, what? She goes, I was married to someone for 20 years and didn't have an orgasm.
That's not his fault.
And I
No,
had
that's
to
on
fake
you.
it. And then she was like, I don't know, we talking about like kids. She's like, I have 5 kids. And I was like, and you chose to keep breeding? Like, what's going on here? And I just don't understand how some people put themselves through that.
If women had to come for humans to be born,
oh God,
we would be extinct.
We would be decimated.
No way that happens.
No. I mean, I personally come every time.
Me too. I'm 100 for 100.
I'm not.
Do you know what is funny though? I would say for the first like 4 or 5 years of comedy, definitely before I met my wife, I would always stick by the fact that women can't come. And I would just tell people that.
That they can't.
Well,
Jimmy, that's really embarrassing.
They can't come. What's the thing? Because it's always better to say that than to be like, I make women come, dude.
And then for the one time you can't, I'm like disappointed instead of just being like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I'd rather undersell and over-deliver. That's why I'm like, I'm not good at sucking dick. And then I just go telling down.
And no one believes you when you say that.
That I'm not good at sucking dick. Nobody believes me.
Do you think women or gay men are better at sucking dick, if you had to guess?
It depends whose father hurt them more.
I think gay men, because they are performers.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
A lot of costume changes?
there's just there's just like they know how to get into it and turn on, and like I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I could when I turn on, then maybe I could compete with a gay man.
Okay, who do you think is better? Are gay men better at sucking dick or lesbians at eating pussy?
Gay men sucking dick.
Gay men sucking dick.
Really?
Men are just better.
I'm liking this podcast more.
Oh man! Wait. So after my show, Will, I am happy to announce that I got my first tit and pussy pic from a fan after a show.
You got your first dick and pussy pic?
Tit and pussy pic.
Tit and pussy pic. Nice.
A girl hit on me after my set and was like, "You're so beautiful, and I want to ask you out." And she was like, "Can I kiss you?" But she was wearing red lipstick, and I had to do a second show, and I was like, sorry, can't risk it. Hit me up after. And then so we text, and then she just sends me her tits.
She hot?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I was like, wow, that's so hot. So I sent her one back, and then I didn't answer, and she just sent me a pic of her pussy.
Sweet.
Maybe you just use her
And then
when
I was
you
like,
have hot
do women
dudes.
do this? I've never had this happen. It was so cool.
Women do not do that.
You haven't met the right woman.
So maybe
Listen, I've met the right woman. Not
maybe
the
lesbians are better
specific
at
one.
flirting and sexting.
I
I don't
think they
know.
are.
She just went for it, and I was like, oh.
I like that.
I think lesbian sex must be incredible.
Oh, they do it for hours,
But if you're
bro.
willing to get an apartment afterwards, then like
It's got to be good.
And immediately, like within 3 days.
that day.
Yeah.
That's what I want someone to think about sex with me. They're like, I need to get a U-Haul.
Yeah, they're like, you need to move in. You're not allowed to go anywhere else.
That actually happened with a guy, except I'd never even fucked him. He was like, you have to move in and like live with me, and you can do comedy. And then
See, I fucked them, and then they're like, yeah, we're good.
you're actually not funny.
I don't get it, because I get ghosted after I have sex with people, and then I sent those people who ghosted me a review sheet on like having sex with me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I did. I
Jamie.
sent like a bunch of people, and it was like, rate my like head skills, my enthusiasm, rate the overall experience, rate your head skills, rate like your level of participation. And it was so crazy to see the
They
reviews.
fill it out?
Yeah, and I looked at it like little bar graphs and stuff, and you could see the correlation between how they felt about their own performance and how that affected the overall experience. But so it was like my performance was great, and they felt weird about theirs, so the overall experience for them wasn't as good because they were like
in their
insecure.
head.
More,
And then they ghosted me, and I was like, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, oh, it was
no,
them.
it's them. When people ghost you, it's never
So I have to
you.
be bad in bed. I'm just gonna start sucking dick like this.
I've done that before.
I will say your performance definitely has something to do with it. Like, one of the first times, not the first time, but one of the first times I hooked up with my wife, I like straight up just couldn't perform at all. Nothing was happening. I was like beating this motherfucker. It wasn't working. So I told her, I was like, sorry, I'm just really coked up. I've never done cocaine in my entire life. I've never once done cocaine.
Does she know this?
She knows this now.
Oh, thank
yeah.
God, because we're going to make a clip out of that.
But like literally, I've never done cocaine in my life, and I told her that, and I didn't tell her the truth until after we were married because I was so embarrassed.
Wait, that's so funny.
If you wanted to know if Emily has a gag reflex.
Dude, somebody shit in my sink the other day.
Oh, me too.
Oh, so I go in to clean it up.
Somebody, well, he's like,
Yo, what are you talking about?
Someone didn't shit in her sink. My cat did.
Oh, I was gonna say you have to invest in locks. This sounds like the worst apartment of all time.
If you guys want to donate to our Patreon, we need a lock. But she shit in my sink, and I go to clean it up, and I start gagging, and I can't stop gagging, and I'm like, am I pregnant? Because I never
Gag the way
I don't
gag
gag like that. And I threw up like 5 times, and I was supposed to go to like a political rally to do street interviews. And I was like, I can't go to a Trump rally today, guys. I'm puking. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're becoming...
My gag reflex has gotten even worse.
Something happened like when we were in Miami. If I smell anything, I thought I was pregnant for a while, and I was like, but I'm not even having sex, so this doesn't make sense. And anytime I smell anything, I take the trash out, I will throw up. Emily will just hear me go, ugh, and she's like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And I come out, my eyes are watering, and I'm like, all right, we gotta do it now.
But when people start gagging near me, then I get nauseous, and it's just like a bad...
Yeah, you just tell me to leave the room. You're like, go to the bathroom, I'll take care of it. I can't deal with you having this gag panic attack.
Well, some kid threw up on me once.
Ugh.
Like at karate, he threw up on my feet, and then I threw up on my feet too, and then I just had everybody's throw up on me, and I was like, this is horrible.
That's my worst nightmare.
Well,
Yeah, girls are really temperamental with gross stuff, I feel like. Dudes were so used to it. I had a friend that would throw up so often that he could do it in a water bottle.
that's crazy.
Yeah, right in the water bottle. Like a little tiny cup, not like a big one like this. It was impressive.
Yeah, that's called alcoholism.
Yeah.
It wasn't even drinking. We were in high school. He would just get grossed out if we said things. We would say, like, walk up behind him and, like, whisper in his ear, like, moldy banana. And he would just start throwing up all over the place.
That's disgusting.
Oh, imagine what he's like. Someone's like, why do you have an empty water bottle? And then someone's like, let me show you.
Yeah, literally.
It's like blue waffle. Ugh.
Is that a real thing?
I think so. You never seen that?
I don't know what kind of girls you think I dated before my life.
you never
No,
Googled it?
You
I've
never
seen
looked it up?
videos of it, but you know, AI.
You've seen
exists.
videos. I've only ever seen photos.
No, but we saw this back in like 07.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago.
During the housing crisis, dude. I was like, my family can't afford a home, but we got blue waffle, so we're good. People who put out Christmas decorations when it isn't even Halloween, thoughts?
I think they need to seek medical attention immediately.
crazy.
Like
For brain
psychiatric
tumors?
help. Yeah, like something happened in their life that they need to hold on to Christmas, or they need to experience it maybe outside of the actual holiday time so they feel good about it.
If you ever go to Miami, Santa's Wonderland, it operates from October to December.
So I have a friend from college, and his family, his mom leaves, their whole house is decorated, like every wall, every inch of space is decorated with Christmas
That's a
decorations
lot.
all year round.
That's lazy.
And I walked in, and it was just like,
Schizophrenic.
I don't know if she just loved it, and it was like angels and
Oh, God, that
religious
sounds like my
stuff
stepmom.
everywhere and like Christmas decorations. It kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, this.
Wait, time out. You said your stepmom? Your stepmom's African, right?
No. I had another stepmom.
How many did you have?
Too many. Only 2.
Okay.
And that was too many. No, she was a 96-year-old Sicilian woman.
96?
Yeah, my dad likes him old or young. I don't know. He's all around town with his demographics. Good for my dad. He's inclusive, okay?
That's crazy.
But we had like angel statues everywhere. But we never decorated for the holidays. I love like a good bow garland, but it has to be after November 1st. If you're putting out Christmas decorations and Halloween isn't over, you do need to seek medical help. Mm-hmm. You have to go to therapy.
Like, you're not even waiting for Thanksgiving to be over.
So my wife recently just put out all of our Christmas decorations, which is crazy.
She's pregnant, so we can forgive that.
I guess so. But like the only argument she makes that I'm like, okay, that makes sense kind of, is because she's not American, she doesn't give a fuck about Thanksgiving.
What is she?
Australian. And so the next holiday is Christmas, but I'm like, you gotta wait until after Halloween. Otherwise, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I guess when did she put them up?
Last week.
Oh, it's a week before Halloween.
A week, yeah, like way too early.
People have been celebrating Halloween in Austin for the past week and a half. I know. Everyone's in costume. And I got called out the other night because I was like, what are these idiots doing? They're dressed out in fucking Halloween costumes. Halloween's not for 9 days. And one of my friends looks at me, he goes, Emily, you're being a real like Debbie Downer right now. Like, they're in the Halloween spirit. Why don't you get with them? And I was like, I'm sad. You're right. I'll shut the fuck up.
You're gonna, yeah, no, I don't know.
I'm such a Grinch though with like everything, so I'm like, I didn't even want to wear. I have to wear a fucking costume tonight.
What are you going as?
I have a cow onesie.
A cow?
I'm just gonna start my set and say I'm like Ariel if the spell went wrong.
Anytime I see
Very
a
wrong.
woman dressed as a cow, I'm like, you guys had really kind brothers.
Why?
Oh.
Because my sister would never have the confidence to walk out as a cow. Every one of the boys would go, "Meow," and just make fun of her.
Well, you
What
know
if I
what?
like that though?
That's
When you
what-
make fun of someone like that, I'm like, oh, they love me.
Okay.
That's true. That is
Yeah.
very Boston.
It's very Boston. It's very like,
If we roast you, we love you. If we talk shit to you, we love you. If we call you a fuckhead, we love you.
yeah, our whole group of friends. If you're new, we were like, you better get used to it because we're about to start shitting on you.
Yeah.
And it means we care.
One of my worst comments on Instagram was fat ass sweating. We make that comment to each other all the time. Ray will call me. He'll be like, what up, fat ass sweating?
That's so funny.
It's good.
Now, do you get better comments on Instagram or on OnlyFans in terms of like the craziness?
Some dude on OnlyFans, I had like a lingerie picture because, sorry guys, that's all I provide. I don't do anything crazy. And he goes, your tits aren't even that big anyways. So I posted that, like a screenshot of the OnlyFans comment. And I go, oh, these itty bitty things. It was funny. My tits aren't that big.
They're ginormous. And
They
that guy's
could
an
be
idiot.
bigger.
He's just so mad how massive your titties are, and he's like, I can't even fucking pay to see them.
My dick isn't even big enough to fit in them.
I forget who I was just listening to on TikTok, and they were saying there's no one more mean than a broke man. But not a broke man who's working on himself.
What about a jealous woman?
Oh, they're just as mean as
You know
broke
what?
man.
The difference is the jealous woman knows what to go for. A broke guy is going to be like, you don't even have big tits. And it's like, okay, I clearly have big tits. That doesn't hurt
But
me.
a jealous woman hurts you to the core.
Yeah, she'll be
Yeah.
like, what do those nips look like? And you'll be like, I am worried about those.
That's so true. I can get strikingly mean.
Yeah? Get petty?
If you're raised by a
I'm-
narcissist, you learn their
learn-
language. You learn how to be cruel.
Like everything, like deep. Like when I was younger, and I had to stand up for myself, and I would never be mean to anyone or put forth that energy if they were not giving it to me and like putting me into a corner. But I'd stick up for myself.
Oh no, the beer hit my gut and I have to shit.
Really?
It's okay, I'll hold it. I'll suck it back in.
Oh God, I was gonna say, what are the petty things that you've said to like people? One of my exes, he was a twin, and he always was insecure about his brother. And so when we broke up, and I found out he cheated
Insecure
on,
how?
because his brother, I thought my twin was more attractive in like who he was, and like his energy, and like I liked his personality
You
better.
liked your boyfriend better than the other one. But
and
he
that
thought,
made him the hottest one to me.
could you tell the difference?
They look a teeny bit different. The other one looks more, I think, like poster child, like manly man, and the other one's more like softer and like still a man. They're tall guys. And I just remember when we broke up and found he was cheating, I was like, you know what? Like, he got mad. I like invited his brother on one of my podcast episodes, and I talked to his brother more on the episode than him. I was like, all right, relax.
Yeah, this
He's
guy's
the
got
guest.
a lot of
Issues, yeah. And so when we broke up, I go, yeah, I did masturbate to the thought of your brother because he's the more hotter, confident twin.
That's hard. That's hard.
brutal.
That's how I
harsh.
left him, and I bet he thinks about that
Yeah.
I would.
all the time. And
I
you know
would.
what?
I bet you
I
his
don't
brother
regret
thinks
it.
about that even
I
more.
genuinely don't regret it. If
Well,
you're
he
gonna
cheated
show
on
me
you, fuck him.
disrespect, yeah, you're gonna show me disrespect and like hurt somebody who was good to you and was very kind. Try me. But the thing is, now I'm older and I'm like, it's not even worth saying shit like that anymore. My
No.
other ex, I was like, funny for a guy who hates his dad, you certainly know how to act just like him. And like that, I know that was all of his problems.
Yeah, I would say
It's just I'll say one statement like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, mic drop.
all of my ex-girlfriends always got angry at me because once the relationship ended, I moved on. Like I don't think I really liked them all that much, so I didn't really get that emotionally involved. And once you could tell, oh, he doesn't care, that's what I think hurts more than anything.
Oh
So
yeah.
they would throw
Difference.
horrible comments at me, and I'd be like, yeah, maybe.
But you didn't care about them, and that made them feel insecure, that validated all of the feelings they'd been feeling.
Yeah, so I'm triggered right now. Why did people date girls they don't actually like that much?
Yeah, Jimmy.
Well, it's not that I didn't like them. I was like, oh, this is fine. Maybe it's a mother thing, but, I don't know. The meanest thing I think I said, and this is like, it's not even mean. It's just, it's so, what, in my opinion, was I had an ex-girlfriend that she started shitting on my comedy after we broke up.
I thought you were going to say, like, physically shitting on something, and I was like, no.
Amber Heard.
No, she was shitting all over my comedy. She's like, you have to move to Texas for people to think you're funny, blah, blah, blah. But literally that day, her mom had commented on one of my videos, like, this is so funny. So I just said, I could just stay home. And then I screenshotted the photo of her mom commenting and sent it back to her. And she was like, fuck you,
That's not even that bad.
It's not bad, but I know it hurt.
I thought you were going to be like, I'm going to fuck your mom because she thinks I'm funny.
Honestly, I wouldn't fuck her mom. I would date her mom. Her mom was so sweet to me.
Oh,
she was
so
like
sweet.
such a nice. She was like I think her mom kept me in the relationship for another 6 months.
Oh, boy.
I've been there.
It's like every time you go over, she just goes, "Hi, Jimmy, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm
Actually,
so good."
No, I've never been there.
Really?
Yeah, my first boyfriend's mom thought he had no job. I paid for his weed and his gas. And his mom was like, I hope she doesn't expect you to pay back her loans. And I was like, fuck you piece of shit. That's her actual name.
I grew up in a sexist area, which sounds bad, but I think it's better for women. You know what I mean?
Elaborate.
You look like you grew up in a sexist area.
Yeah, like my dad is like, if he ever found out my sister went on a date and she paid, she couldn't see that guy anymore.
That's the type of sexist I like.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I like.
I have my mom.
Traditional.
My little sisters have never carried in groceries.
I don't believe in opening doors when men are around.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, but so that's what I mean by like sexism. It's like, I think, me and my wife are equals and peers, but I'm still sexist. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna. I open her car door. Yeah, I open the car door. If there was ever someone that stepped to us in an alley, she has to run away, and I'll get stabbed.
But why is that considered sexist? I feel like that's considered.
That's chivalry.
A good
But
man.
that's where it's semantics.
I think the problem is we're in this generation where we're like 10 years out of the generation that was like, women need to be independent, need to be strong, don't need a man. That was like 10, 15 years ago. And now we're like, oh, we want like a chivalrous man, but it's kind of like we're still at different points, men and women, where men are like, oh, they want a man who's like sensitive, and when we're like, oh, I want a man who's going to take care of me and provide.
Yeah.
I don't know where
I think it's confusing for men in a sense, because you have women like us, so I prefer a more traditional man like that. And I find when I find men who are more like, I'm a feminist, not that I don't want them to be a feminist, they're more soft, and like I feel like I
don't think I want a feminist man.
No, you don't want a feminist man.
Thank you.
That word is like, it's a snake word for guys.
Yeah, I feel
a
like
guy
they use
that
it to
calls
manipulate.
himself a feminist only says it because he knows what he's doing is wrong and he wants to justify it.
I'm a feminist. I couldn't cheat on you.
Yeah.
I love all women.
It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I think like me and my wife, I think have pretty traditional roles, but we're equals and peers. Like every decision in our house would go through both of us.
Mm-hmm.
But like I carry the groceries up the 3 flights of stairs and I put them on the kitchen table and then she puts them away.
Yeah.
That doesn't make her like, put this away, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Although
exactly.
I'm sure you've said that before.
I mean,
That's a real relationship.
no,
right
because
there.
she gets it done quick.
Real woman.
I want a relationship where we can joke at each other like that.
I want a man who can be like, you don't deserve rights. And I'm like, haha, stop it. You're so hot.
But that's the same thing as like you guys were saying, our friends shit on each other.
It's because we're so tired of being independent. So we make jokes about not wanting rights, but it's like I think women have tried so hard to do things on their own, and now we're getting exhausted and tired because we're not meant to. We're meant to receive. We're meant to create, and we could still have hobbies and jobs and do things. But I think the hustle culture of like what the man's role, I literally don't think our bodies were designed
Our bodies
to
aren't.
push ourselves as much as we have been.
No,
That's
it's
why
also-
men have like they have a 24-hour cycle for sperm, for sleep. Their like circadian rhythm goes and operates on a 24-hour cycle. We don't. So them getting like, we require more sleep than men. There's so much things that we require because we're literally built different and we are designed to do different things.
Yeah, the testosterone cycle is 24 hours, and then our hormonal cycle is 30 days ish. So it's like one whole week I'm literally low. So when one guy has an off day where he's tired and like maybe has to take a nap, that will be a full week.
So also, just because you can doesn't mean you should. A lot of women think like, oh, I'm independent. I don't need a man to do anything for me. And it's like, okay, my mom and my aunt are both small business owners. You know, they at different times have supported their whole families. That doesn't mean that my mom wants to open her fucking car door, or she doesn't want to have to do any of the shitty things that she doesn't have to do. You know what I mean?
Like if I
She
had to
could,
survive,
but why would she?
if I had to survive without a man, I could. But do I want to? No.
There's one quote my mom told me growing up, and I will remember this forever. A dumb woman needs a man to do everything for her. Like a strong woman can do everything herself, but a smart woman knows she can do it herself and lets men do it for her.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
And I
I love
that changed my life.
Do you know what my favorite quote is in that regard is a poor man has a wife that can't afford to work, so she has to stay home with the kids. A middle class man, both of them work, and a rich man has a wife that has a small business that loses them $10,000 a month.
Yes, and that's the wife I want to be.
That's
I want
the
to be
wife I want.
That's what I
the
want.
wife. I literally want to run an art gallery that is not successful. No marketing is done. And somehow I'm there every day sipping champagne with my hot husband. That's what I
Well,
want.
he has to go to work, but so
Well,
you can be there.
He can come afterwards.
You're with your girlfriends, you go to the spa. Hey, ladies, you want to sip wine at the art gallery?
I'm just here to be pretty for my man. That's what I want.
I literally just want to be pretty for a man.
That's what I want.
Women are going to be so mad at me saying that, but I just want to be pretty in a field and have it be taken care of and then have my hobbies.
And I
But
want kids.
if you're with someone that doesn't treat you well, you don't want to cook them a meal. You don't want to dress up and look pretty for them. But if you're with someone that makes you feel womanly and makes you
Yeah.
feel respected, then you want to cook dinner. You want to say, hey, baby, why don't I just rub your back and you take a little nap? You
Or
know,
I'll suck your dick under
Exactly,
the table while
whatever.
I'm cooking you a meal, bro. You
mean,
just
that's
have to
impressive.
make me feel like a woman. Yes.
That's so true. I'm so used to doing everything on my own, so I'll just like walk to a door and open my car door because I'm so used to doing it. And there's nothing hotter than when a guy stops me and is like, no, shut the
Yes.
door. I'm going to open the door.
Yes.
Or whatever it is. And then I start getting comfortable like letting them lead. But there's nothing more unattractive than when I am the one like kind of leading and they just let it happen. Or like there was a video of this girl carrying 2 suitcases and
Oh
a
my
guy
God.
walking in front of her just being like walking, and I was like, oh my God, I hate this man. I hate everything he is and stands about for.
There's a photo that I think about probably 150 times a day. And it's this guy, and he's holding like a little pink backpack, like clearly like a little girl's backpack, and he's trudging through what is like a hurricane afterward, you know, the aftermath, and it's water up to your knees, and he's like fat and out of shape. And directly behind him is a fireman carrying that guy's wife and daughter in his hands. And it's like, don't be that guy, bro. You know what I mean? And I've been working out every day since I saw
Since
that
you
photo.
saw that
Because
video?
I'm like, there's no way that's fucking happening.
That fireman is not going to carry my wife and child. No, he's
Yeah.
going to carry the Minnie Mouse backpack.
And it's like, you know, my wife is very capable of walking herself, but like, she shouldn't have to.
Facts.
Oh,
Thank you,
Thank
Jimmy.
you.
We love you.
Thank
yeah,
you.
you've
You have a brother?
turned
cousin?
around on this podcast.
I'll tell you, my brother is, he's like a hotter version of me, but he's, I think the
I'm listening.
the bad sexist version of me also.
I'm
you know?
still listening.
He goes, I want a girl that's not going to talk a lot. And I was like, fair enough.
I've stopped listening.
We're out. That's not us.
I do sets into men's dicks when I get nervous. I realized I can't marry a man who has a small dick. I would rather have an asshole with a big dick.
Size queen.
Size queen.
I would rather have a little bit of an asshole, big dick, but they're still a good man.
Still a good man. I would love that, but I'm not
Little
seeing
bit
that
of
out
an
there.
asshole. I mean, that's the perfect, right?
Yeah,
You don't want a
you need to
dork.
be a little
No.
bit of an asshole. If you're too nice, and not even like too nice, I think like passive. Like I've Emily and my sister know this, but there's nothing that like boils my blood than a passive man. Like, especially if I'm in a situation where then I have to take control because the men around me are so passive. I'm literally like,
What do you mean by passive?
it was my birthday and I was moving. We were trying to move the umbrellas and they had this huge concrete base. It took like 4 of us to move it. And we were doing it by ourselves and we were doing everything. And the guys who were going to drink the alcohol and do whatever, some of them just sat around watching.
Okay.
Or we had a
So
group
lazy.
of guys. Yeah, we had a group of guys help us move in. Couple of them just sat on the couch and didn't take initiative, while the other ones were like, "I'll take the trash out. I'll do this."
Yeah.
Because I think women like women. It's not gold digging to like.
Women like watching men do shit.
Yes, we've said this before, but women love a competent man.
Yeah, that
If
guy's-
he can do stuff, that's so hot.
Guys-
If I watch you build something, I'm wet. Like,
I'm already wet as soon as you pull out the hammer, dude. It's the wrong tool, and I'm still in there.
yeah, you could fucking strip a screw. I'll let you screw me still. Like,
They go to the bar with an IKEA
Suddenly
table.
I'm stripped.
Just like dancing it in the corner.
imagine you just see a dude building a desk out and about. That's like a street performer. You just get to watch a hot, buff, shirtless man like build a desk on the street, and he puts out a tip jar.
Where can I find this?
I would be
Where
like,
can
I'm
I find
Venmoing
this?
you $25.
Yeah. Now, do you know how they have girls that'll like clean apartments in lingerie?
Yes.
Maybe they should do dudes fixing furniture.
Shirtless?
No,
No, not shirtless. What I want
I want you to wear a Tarzan
this,
little.
I want this
cloth.
rolled up. I want your sleeves rolled up so I can see your forearm veins, and I just want them to bulge a little bit, and then you can bulge.
And then
me.
you can wear like tight boxers.
God.
Nothing like a good tight boxer brief.
See, there we go. Another $1 billion idea.
I'm starting this business.
I once had an idea of it was like Uber Eats, but it only did different type of noodles, and the app was called Send Nudes.
That's good. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Very niche, but good stuff.
I think it would work.
I think it would work. There's a lot of people who like nudes.
I love nudes. If you want to send nudes our way, 2 girls, 1 BLUUNT at gmail.com.
No. Only females.
Yeah.
Only women. I'm sorry. We can't use the term
Or
females.
big dicks.
Hey guys, you can send nudes. Just build furniture while you do it.
Just have a nice
Yes.
dick.
All right. That's very true.
That should be an OnlyFans account. Hot dudes building furniture.
David?
Just like a naked carpenter.
Get Zacho to just start building furniture in your apartment.
I would pay good money for that.
It's just me masturbating in a corner in like a chair, and I'm like, "You're doing so good, babe."
I'm in the drawer that he's building. I'm like, oh my God. So hot.
Oh, that is hot.
Have you ever had to build furniture with a partner?
Yeah, but I don't build it. They build it.
Oh, you let them
And
take
I'm just
control?
there.
Yeah, we're there, and I'm like, "Oh, here's the screw." They're like, "Can you pass me this?" You just have to be like assistant.
I actually love to gaslight them and pass them the wrong thing. I'm like, I'm just a girl. What's a nail?
My wife becomes like a foreman on a. Yeah, she's like, "You're not doing anything. Hurry up!" I'm like, "I don't know. It's written in Chinese."
Do you like that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
he
we do
does.
well because here's the thing. I think that I have a quicker temper than she does, and so whenever I see that she's getting annoyed, I kind of just giggle, and I'll like. We're very rarely annoyed at the same time.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
I get annoyed in traffic because I'm from Jersey.
I feel
Yeah,
like we
it's-
get annoyed at the same time.
I've been on like FaceTimes with people like in my car, and then you'll just hear me go, "Fuck you!" Like, fucking piece of shit, cunt. You don't know how to fucking drive. I'm gonna go, "Hey, sorry. Anyways, we're gonna close this deal here."
Is there any specific like turn of phrase that you love yelling out in traffic?
You're a cunt.
You're a
Yeah,
cunt.
Your mom's a whore.
Yeah, I'm just like fucking cunt, bitch, fuck.
I'm just like, you fucking suck, dude.
Do you know It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
So Sweet D had the best one, and I use it all the time. Whenever someone really pisses me off, I go, "I'll eat your fucking babies, bitch." When you say that, there's something in you that's like, you know.
those are the demons.
Yeah, I think it's the demons.
I've been
probably.
saying for years, I threaten people by saying I'll eat their ass. And I don't think
Threaten
it's a
them with a good
threat as
time?
much as it's a promise.
Yeah.
I'll threaten farting.
You'll
I'm
fart
like, if
in
you
general.
are a fucking smartass, I'm gonna Dutch oven you
That's
in
a
this
good
bed
one.
right now.
Nice.
So do what you're told.
And they like it.
I'm going to unleash the beast.
You're unleashing the demon system.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
If you had a one-time free pass, who would it be? You're married, you're happy. Who's your one-time free pass?
Gerard Butler.
Oh my god, he is like my favorite action hero.
He's the best.
He's
so
he's
hot.
a fucking pussy hound. So like you could probably fuck.
When he's a
Gerard Butler.
whore?
Yeah, he's a huge whore.
Do you think he'll sing
Damn.
Phantom of the Opera as he fucks me?
I mean, was he in that movie?
I just want him to talk in a Scottish accent and be an asshole like in The Ugly Truth. Like that version of Gerard Butler is the hottest. Oh my god.
I know a girl that fucked Gerard Butler in LA, and she told me that he just like he's very much into that LA bullshit.
What's that sexually?
Not sexually. I mean,
Oh.
like he'll bullshit about like I'm just like trying to get to know you spiritually or whatever. You know what I mean? That kind of
God.
shit.
There's
Ew.
nothing more of
Yeah.
a turn off than a guy who's like, I just want to like get to know you like inside.
I can tell you're not being genuine.
No,
Like
but that's
you-
the thing. It's
like how I
not
feel when
genuine
Kamala
at
Harris-
all.
Why can't
Stocks.
you just say that you want to feel my pussy walls? Like,
Yeah.
But you look at his forearms, you're like, yo, that could put a knife through a skull. Have you ever heard that story that he told? Because he's Scottish, so he has to wear the kilt for like weddings and whatnot.
yeah, he does.
I
And
love
he
that.
forgot to wear underwear, and so he was
Oh,
wearing
that's
the.
so hot.
he
Free
forgot-
use?
Yeah, he forgot that he was wearing the kilt, and he just was like sitting like not cross-legged, spread leg, and his mother was like, Gerard, and he's like, oh fuck.
Oh my god, I wish I was at that wedding. What I would give to be at that wedding.
Dude, I would tag team him with you.
What
But
if
we
you
can't look at each other.
What if he wanted to get pegged? Would you peg Gerard Butler?
Yes. Oh
You
my god.
would.
No.
Yes, I would do my country a service.
Peg that
He's
foreigner.
Australian.
I would do his country a service.
Those goddamn.
You're like, call me the
I'll commit
British.
treason to be able to peg Gerard Butler.
I
Who's
want him
yours,
to
Emily?
peg me.
Who's
Who's
your
yours?
one pass?
Who is my one pass? I feel like Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest with the lazy eye and all.
Who's Forrest Whitaker?
The lazy-eyed? No, I'm totally kidding.
I've been around a lot of international people, we'll say, my whole life. And I think it's kind of horseshit whenever Americans are like, I'm actually Irish. You know, it's like, your parents are from Ireland? No. Oh, your grandparents are from Ireland? No. Oh, so you're not fucking Irish then.
So that
you're
happened
American.
to me last night.
One of my great grandparents
Yeah.
are
What
from
do you say?
Ireland.
I'm Irish?
I went to an Irish pub and I was like, hey guys, I'm Irish. Like, I look Irish. And it was a group of like Irish people. And I had just crowd worked them because it was like an old guy, a middle-aged guy, and a young guy. I go, oh, it's the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And they fucking died.
That's
And
great.
I was like, I'm Irish. And they were like, oh, so your dad's Irish? I was like, no. They were like, your mom's Irish? I was like, no. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'm still Irish, dog.
yeah.
Well, they're Irish, but they're not from Ireland.
Yeah.
But what if your great
But you're not
grandparents?
Irish. You're American.
But
right?
then-
you want to say I'm that because it makes it more interesting. But I mean, like,
That's true.
if you're in the UK and you're like, 2,000 years ago, I had family from wherever the fuck, Rome. I'm Italian. No, you're not.
No,
I mean,
but
you're
this was
British.
50 years ago.
Still 50 years.
My
that's
grandpa
two
was from
generations.
Ireland.
Yeah, all four of my grandparents are from Ireland. I'm
How about you-
American.
We're rubbing in my fucking face, Jimmy.
Well, I'm just saying, I think it's like Americans, we don't get to have our own nationality. And that's why I think also people say like, oh, white people don't have culture.
Yeah,
We
'cause-
for sure have culture. Look
Hot
at that.
dogs.
There you go. Hot dogs, you know?
Dude, we got that $1.50 Costco shit.
Costco.
That's
yes.
American culture.
That's so true because other people from other countries, when they come to America, they're so excited to experience that part of
They wanna
America.
go to the grocery store.
Is
Yeah.
Target not white culture?
Target, actually.
See, there's
Yeah,
some more white
Starbucks.
shit.
That's so true. Stanley Cups are white culture.
Like my wife, sure, both of her parents are born and raised in England, and she spent her whole life in Australia, and so like we have all these cultural arguments, not arguments, but like debates all the time. Because like growing up, my mom and dad are like, "Oh, we're Irish," and I'm like, "No, we're not. We're fucking taxi drivers from Jersey. Okay, there's no Irish in us anymore, other than when
What
we
if
drink."
my mom drinks Jameson and beats me?
That's Irish.
I'm pretty Irish.
That's Irish.
I'm the redheaded Irish stepchild.
But like, here's what's fucked up. I went to Ireland. I'm still the palest motherfucker there. How does that work?
Dude, well then I'm fucked. 'Cause
You're
I'm
fucked.
a ghost in
Yeah.
Ireland.
Are people tan there, or is it all the fake
They're
tanner
black
they
Irish.
use?
There's no sun, so it's like they have dark hair and
Oh, there's black Irish here though.
Yeah, I know, but I figured if I went to the homeland, I would at least blend in. You know, they're like this pale motherfucker.
I feel like I would blend in.
See, I feel like my family would be considered Irish because if you look at the childhood photo of my mom and her 5 siblings, they're all redheads. It looks like a full Irish family, like straight from Ireland. Everyone's full redhead.
Nobody's redhead in my family, but our last name is Kelly, so I feel like we're pretty.
Yeah.
This was super fun. Thank you for joining in, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Where can everyone find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Jimmy Clifford, or watch Some of This Is Bad. Also, clips.
Okay. This is our lovely producer, who's amazing, who's been with us since we moved to Austin. He's great. Follow him. He's very funny.
And leave a voicemail. Did we listen to one last voicemail?
Yeah.
Leave a voicemail at 857-271-9663 and we'll feature you.
That's 857-271-9663.
Here's the latest one we got.
Hey ladies, we watching Emily Wade's little set on Kill Tony this week. Okay, girl, I don't know about all that. You need to work on your anxiety. I could tell you were anxious. I guess I would be anxious too if I was talking about sucking my dad's dick. I really hope you don't do that, girl. That's so nasty. Okay, bye.
I like her.
There's 2 ways you could go about it.
This is true.
And you know what? We don't condone voicemails that aren't supportive and positive.
Yeah, if you're a bitch, bye.
Well, I think it's important to say, you paused at the beginning, but then you recovered very quickly. And I had a much worse interview than you did. During my interview, Tony was like, so what's interesting about you? And I couldn't think of anything because I'm like, oh, we just do comedy. That's our whole life. We just do comedy. I don't do
It's
anything
true.
other than comedy. So he's like, tell me, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And I was like, I read. And he's like, okay. I was like, yeah.
That would be my answer.
Yeah, and it's like, what a fucking dork, dude. Like, I would hate me listening to that. You read? Ugh.
Fucking loser. No, I like reading.
Yeah.
But you pause up there, though. It's hard. Sometimes even with podcasting. I'll blank out and I have nothing to say.
Well, it's because you're like, oh my God, there's so many people watching. What am I going to do?
Yeah. We just got to encourage each other for trying.
Yeah, stupid bitch. If I find you, Ricky, if I get you. All right, guys. Love you.
Like and subscribe.